Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Deus Ex Human Revolution Blind. Now, after rescuing the hostages, I'm back at Sarif Industries, and I'm going to explore the hell out of it. So let's start by talking with the people at the helipad.
Oh, did you hear yet? There was a demonstration at the Limb Clinic. Anti-augmenters. Mostly peaceful, though.
Okay.
Great job at the plant, boss. Wish I could have gone out with you, but things got a little tense over here, too.
Oh? Am I going to learn more about that?
Another attack? Can't wait to see what the Humanity Front says about it this time.
This whole situation is going to hurt us, Adam. If it keeps up, the UN is likely to rule in favor of industry regulation, and that will be the end of Sarif Industries.
Okay, so that's like a door to a lower level or something? It's probably going to take me a lot of time. Like, I'm fully prepared to spend this entire episode just exploring Sarif Industries, because the building is... Oh, there's a vent. Let's check it. The building is pretty large, and there's a lot of things to do, it seems. Oh, I've got a bonus for exploring, apparently. How do I get down here? Can I even... Oh, okay, I can. I guess this is somebody's secret stash of... It seems Neuropozyne, right? Yeah, right, the drug that helps you deal with the side effects of getting augmented, and that prevents your body from rejecting it. So let's read this. Apparently, you can even die from the lack of Neuropozyne. Meeting behind the gas station. Okay, so somebody, I guess somebody, a friend of one of the employees, desperately needed some Neuropozyne, so one of the employees stole it and hid it here. But I can't take it, so maybe it's used for later, or maybe I can use the information about it as like blackmail or something. Not that I would like to do that. I hope I won't have to. Yeah, that's just more Neuropozyne, which I can't take. I wouldn't like to threaten somebody who has stolen it because of a very difficult life situation. Like, as much as I don't condone it, because obviously it's very easy to justify many crimes by a very difficult life situation. So as much as I don't exactly condone it, I definitely understand it, especially if the situation is so dire that you can actually die from the lack of Neuropozyne. So I'm just curious if it's going to come up in one of the quests or something. I came in from here, so I guess I can count this as explored now.
Can someone tell me how the purists were even able to break into the plant? We're supposed to have state-of-the-art security measures here.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the mysteries, indeed.
It's disgusting how public opinion has turned on David so quickly. Like it's his fault these lunatics keep attacking us.
People seem to think we're hiding something.
Only because Eliza Kazan keeps spinning it that way. Seriously, it used to be that when David talked, all of Detroit listened. What happened?
What happened is that David made too many promises he couldn't keep. 20 years ago, Detroit was on its last legs, remember? And Sarif Industries promised to pick it back up.
Oh, like one company and one man can do that by himself. They're a bunch of ungrateful hacks, if you ask me.
Okay.
Adam, I heard you were back, but I just didn't believe it. Gosh, you look good.
Hey, Jensen, heard about what happened in Milwaukee Junction tonight. Is it true they were really after the typhoon?
So apparently people are angry that Sarif Industries didn't provide such a big boon to the economy and the overall living situation in Detroit as they would have liked or hoped. Pizza.
Taggart called the attacks.
An extremely regrettable affair. I'd very much like to meet with David Sarif in person to offer my deepest sympathies and assure him that these attacks are in no way linked to Humanity Front. My people have worked tirelessly to find a peaceful solution to this dispute, and I unequivocally deplore the methods used by these hostage takers. Now, that being said, I do hope the UN takes a concentrated look at what happened here tonight.
Mr. Taggart went on to express a sincere desire to stand in front of the General Assembly with David Sarif, united in their cause to find a common ground. Should that day ever come to pass, one cannot help but wonder if millionaire Hugh Darrow, the man whose innovations first propelled augmentation technology to the forefront, will also be present. So far, Mr. Darrow has refused our repeated requests for an interview. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Okay. So apparently William Taggart is the leader of one of those anti-augmentation groups called the Humanity Front, but at least officially he distances himself from what happened at the plant. Now, it doesn't look to me like he has much of a choice. Like, it's a PR suicide to publicly admit on live television that you are in favor of taking hostages, so I'm not sure that really means anything.
Jensen, you were there, at the plant. What happened? How did that monster get away from you?
Well, you should ask the police. I think they were monstrously incompetent. What's in the paper?
I'm just glad it's over. Actually, it was Jensen, not the police.
Yeah, Humanity Front.
Okay.
Founder.
Take care.
Bill Taggart. So he has like a public event going on, and apparently it's very popular. Niasha returns in triumph. Fully augmented Nigerian pop star. I somehow don't think poverty and augmentation go hand in hand. Like, at this stage you probably have to be pretty rich to afford those, but I guess she could be living in poverty as a child, you know, coming from Nigeria in particular, and then after she found success she became augmented. So apparently she was wounded in a terrorist attack. Now I wonder if that was after she became augmented and she was attacked specifically because of it, like by one of those anti-augmentation people, or if she was attacked and then was injured, like lost a limb or something. I think she has like a mechanical arm. And then after the attack she chose to augment herself to aid the recovery. Okay, so this is the other entrance from the helipad.
Talks all over the office, Mr. J. You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish I could have been there to see it.
Okay, so I think I'll explore this I'm not going to hack the doors in plain view of the other people, because I don't think that's going to end well.
Hey, Mr. Jensen. I just finished sweeping the 3rd floor. Gave your office a once-over while I was there. Everything is just the way you left it.
To be honest, with the level of technology in this setting, it's weird to me that such a job position as a janitor still exists, and to be honest, doesn't even look that different from what you're doing currently, you know, mopping the floors and scrubbing the windows, whatever, using a regular sponge. That's a little bit weird. Yeah, as I said,
Thought for a second he was with Purity first. I think someone slipped him into Sandra's group to manipulate those thugs.
Yeah, but who? Who would know we were developing the Typhoon?
The same people who attacked us last time, Roy. I mean, come on. We were testing it when they broke in.
Alright, I'll give you that. So what? You think a foreign government is behind this?
Governments aren't the only ones hiring mercenaries these days. Isolé, Kusanji, Taeyong Medical. Any one of our competitors could be behind this.
Okay. As I said, I'm not going to break into the offices in straight view of everyone, although that's Malik's office in particular.
Hey, Jensen. I hear you were a real ghost tonight. Those Purity First assholes never even knew you were there.
Yeah, that's not exactly true. But it's good to see I've been building somewhat of a legend.
Everybody's saying you did a great job at the plant, Adam. Apparently there wasn't much bloodshed thanks to you.
Yeah, I'm definitely proud of that. Okay, so let's pay a visit to Pritchard. I am supposed to do that anyway. I did look through his office last time. He has some cash over here, but I'm not going to take it. So unless something has changed, I think I read that. Yeah, the nature of neuroplasticity. Okay, so let's just talk to him.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is about the Typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the Typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Now, I have a suspicion that he would be snarky no matter which way I went about it. Like, he was mockingly comparing Jensen to Mahatma Gandhi because I went the pacifist route, but I have a suspicion that if I killed them, then he would have insulted me over that as well. He's just that kind of a personality, and I have a feeling that he doesn't like Jensen all that much.
Don't you have somewhere to be, Jensen? I'm sure Sarif is expecting your report.
Okay. What? But I definitely appreciate that the game takes care to inform me that it has noticed that I didn't kill anyone. It's one of the greatest rewards that it can give me, you know.
What did Bill Gates and Steve Jobs talk about?
I bet he's trying to convince him to come out of hiding and make a statement that will counteract Bill Taggart.
Darrow is not hiding. He's working day and night in the Arctic, trying to save the world. It's what millionaires do when they get bored. They save the world. Didn't you know that? Hey, look who's back. I heard you were healing really fast. Congratulations, man.
You looking for something, Jensen? I think Pritchard's in the tech lab. Can you believe it? There are people out there siding with the bastards who attacked us. Defending the human race, my ass.
Okay, I'm not going to hack the what's the word? The doors just now. I'm just going to talk with the people that are in the open offices.
Have you been to your office yet? Mr. Carella said he was looking for you, so I sent him to the 3rd floor.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to visit my own office at some point, but it's up there, so I wanted to go lower first. There's a lot of those janitors around, like, look at them, just sweeping floors with a regular old freaking broom. Like, not that I have anything against that, it's very cool that they managed to find work. I'm just a little bit surprised that it's still a thing, given the overall improvements in technology.
She's the plant manager.
Right, Josie. Yeah, I met her. What happened?
I heard the leader of the terrorists had a gun to her head, but Jensen talked him into letting her go.
Wow, that's amazing. Good thing Jensen was there.
Saved us all another funeral, that's for sure. God knows we've had enough of those.
Adam, I heard about the plan and the way you saved Josie. Nice job.
Thanks.
Jensen, what a hero. Seriously, not everyone could have done it.
Well, it seems that overall, apart from Pritchard, Jensen is pretty well liked here at Sarif Industries. Like, a lot of people are wishing him... Okay, I will watch that and then cut it out in post, as always. Okay, so it was just talking about quest markers. Now, I'm not a fan of those, so unless a particular mission is designed in such a way that I completely don't know what to do, then I will activate them. But besides this circumstance, I'll just try to go on by myself.
Hold down the fort, boss. Nothing new to report.
Yeah, but I was just saying that overall, Jensen seems to be pretty liked. You know, people are wishing him good health and are congratulating him on getting back to work so soon, and are complimenting his new augmentations and all that. And now they are also commenting on his behavior in the plant.
Talk about us like we're monsters. Dory, your family has a right to their opinion, but they don't have the right to ostracize you for yours.
They think I'm some kind of evil farmer. They say I'm harvesting fake body parts and allowing the butchers of the human race to carry out their plan. It's just awful.
We all know how divided this country is right now. The Civil War split up families. So did the Iraq War, Texas separatism. At the end of the day, you have to do what you feel is right.
That's actually something I was talking about before, how there is a huge potential for drama when there are ideological differences in the families of the workers here at Sarif, and apparently that's exactly what's happening in one of those women's family. You know, one of their loved ones is against the whole concept of augmentation, so he or she thinks that basically what their loved one is doing is evil.
Dory's just a little bit upset. Family problems? She'll be alright, don't worry.
And I guess this is a memorial to the people that died in the previous attack, right? They shall not grow old as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemned. In our hearts and our minds, their devotion to science will always be remembered. To us, they have found immortality. So am I to believe that only 5 people died? That doesn't seem right. I definitely noticed more than 5 bodies in that introductory mission, although I guess maybe not all of them were dead. Some could have just been unconscious from blood loss and might have been saved later on. Okay, those are the toilets. I wonder if there's a special interaction for getting into the women's toilet as there were in Deus Ex 1, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to, you know, get complaints on me delivered to the HR or something. Already searched this floor, so that leaves this one. Now it seems most of the offices are locked.
Covering the typhoon has got to be the best thing that's happened to this company all year.
No kidding. General O'Neill would have canceled all our military contracts if anyone got a look at it.
O'Neill would be the least of our problems.
What do you mean?
Think about it, Calvin. The typhoon is a suicide terrorist's dream. Imagine if Picus found out our own government requested it.
Oh, right. Well, lucky for us, Jensen was there to recover it.
Yeah.
We were just saying what a good job you did at the plant. You saved our asses on this one.
Oh, hey, Jensen. Nice job with the typhoon. The DOD is going to be real happy those terrorists didn't get a hold of it.
Okay. Ah, and this is my own office. I guess I'm still the security manager. There's apparently someone waiting for me here, but I don't see anyone. So apparently Jensen smokes. Sarif Industries. New login. Deleted your entire network account. If you don't like the password I picked, live with it. Okay, Mandrake. Yeah, that's Josie's husband, right? Apparently he has a reward for me next time I'm out on the streets, so I should probably remember that. And that's from Sarif's secretary, right? Ah, Neuropozyne theft. Yeah, I found the stash, right? Somebody was stealing and stashing Neuropozyne because somebody else's loved one was in danger of dying because of the lack of it. Denzel Mitchell. Okay, I have a code for his door, but I'm not sure if I want to rat on him. Like, I probably should learn more about the situation. As I said, I am against using your very difficult life situation as an excuse for committing crimes on principle, but in general I think it should be judged on a case-by-case basis, and if indeed it is proven that your need was very crucial to the point that if you would die if you didn't commit the theft or something, so then you should be treated a lot more leniently, I think. So maybe I'll investigate and then decide based on what I find. Maybe just doing it isn't synonymous with necessarily ratting him out. Welcome back, Adam. Yeah, stealing Neuropozyne. Okay, so I have two leads on that. One is this guy, Denzel Michel, and the other is this guy, Will Rosselini. So I will talk to them both. Maybe it'll give me a greater understanding of the situation. Okay, this is locked, and it's not one of the guys I need to find. This is open. Somebody here I can talk to. Morning. I will read your ebooks. Hearts of Steel. Okay, so just some prose. Ah, I guess it's a book about the struggle, the conflict between augmented people and the protesters, because he uses the term cog. Silver fingers, yeah, so he has like an augmented arm. Is it a love story? Well, anyway.
I hear you cleared up the situation at the plant, Adam. Nice job.
Well, thank you. I hoped you would have had something more to say, but...
Great job at the plant, boss. Wish I could have gone out with you, but things got a little tense over here, too.
Okay, that's not one of the people.
Megan had made her presentation in Washington. The UN wouldn't even be considering restrictions.
We don't know that for sure.
And if they hadn't been considering it, Bill Taggart wouldn't have gone to Geneva to give that damn speech, and no one would have tried to kill him.
There's no way you can say that for sure.
Let me finish, Will. We had the world's sympathy for a while, but isn't it funny how quickly it turned on us?
We just need to show the world what good human enhancement can do for people. We need to finish what Megan started.
Yeah, but what has happened with Megan? That is one of my top questions for now. Okay, this isn't one of the people I need to investigate either. So I guess... Wait. How to get to Sarif's office then? Do I need to take the elevator? Because I don't think the stairs themselves go any higher than this. And those are the bathrooms. Yeah, that's not the guy. So I think, yeah, staff elevator, penthouse, CEO offices. Yeah, so I guess I need to use the elevator, but I don't want to progress the main plotline because I don't know what will happen then. So what I want to do is investigate. Yeah, Will Rosselini, that's one of them. I want to investigate this case. Ebook. The next 3 decades. So it isn't an overly optimistic prediction, and from what we know about Deus Ex 1, it's definitely mostly true. You know, people being beholden more to capital and to their employees, and I mean employers, and to their like corporations than to their actual countries or nationality or whatever. Neuropozyne thefts. Are you accusing me of, Frank? Part of my research. Talk to Bruger. This patient X again. I'm pretty sure his story is going to be part of some major plot development later on, because after all, he was crucial to developing all of those breakthroughs, and they are very tight-lipped about his like origin and how they got to analyze the samples. So what I'm assuming is that he wasn't willing, or maybe he wasn't even aware. Like, as I said, the scenario I keep imagining is somebody walking in for a routine checkup, and then they experimented upon him, and he doesn't even know it. 8 weeks without Neuropozyne, yeah. Because they are trying to eliminate the need for Neuropozyne, mostly I guess because VersaLife is the manufacturer of Neuropozyne is one of their main competitors, but also probably, at least in small part, due to the simple thing such as human comfort and human health. Because after all, from what I've read, you actually need Neuropozyne not to die after getting augmented, which seems like a pretty, high risk. See my office. Okay, so I have code for Bruger's office as well. Okay, so this is just general info about them trying to replace the people that were lost in the attack. And this is from Sarif. I am well aware that most of it can be just, corporate lingo and what he's supposed to say, but he seems pretty cordial in this email. Like, come to see me, my door is always open. Like, as I said, it doesn't have to be genuine. I am well aware of that, but it sounds nice at the very least. Wait, is there something more here? Because I didn't really find any solid proof of anything, apart from just finding the code to Ted Bruger's office, but I guess there's nothing more here. Pine, that's not one of them. That's Pritchard. I'm definitely missing. It's Malik's office. Dory Harris. I think I'm missing one of those. Let me find the Denzel Michel. Denzel Michel and then Bruger, right? I think Bruger's office is somewhere over here. I think I saw it on one of my earlier rounds. Okay, that's Bruger's office. Quick. Okay. There's a vent I can investigate. And password Eclipse. Okay, that's really dumb. Like that's the first thing they tell you about not doing. Do not write down your password on a piece of paper next to your freaking computer. Hugh Darrow's story again. This must be a very important person. And apparently his father is the founder of Picos, which seems to be one of the global news networks. pretty much all of the reports and all of the newspapers I've read so far have come from Picos. Apparently there has been something called the Robot Wars in 1994. I'm not aware of that, I'm not aware of that. But what I imagine is like, small robots fighting, much as they would have like animal fights, but with robots, right? That's kind of cool. Okay, what about this? Composite study. Again, this patient X. They were running a comparison, I guess. Or rejection markers. Yeah, they want to test how the people handle the augmentations without the use of Neuropozyne. New tissue. David informed me that new tissue from patient X has become available in recent months. So I guess they are still experimenting on him, and he probably still doesn't know. I'm eager to learn more about that. Okay, what was the password? Eclipse. Wait. And Ra one weasel and Potty reaching into the freezer. So am I supposed to understand that it was her who was stealing it, or I guess maybe all of them are stealing it? Yeah, that is the most basic security rules, and the freaking like third point on the list is never write down your password. And this guy not only has written down his password, but he freaking sticked it right next to his computer so that any potential hacker, or like, I don't even know, it probably doesn't even qualify as hacking if you just write it down, but any potential person who wants to investigate his personal correspondence has no doubt that it's his password to his computer. So that's kind of hilarious. And I feel like, in a way, it is commentary of some sort, on office culture and on how cavalier we are sometimes with our... I guess it leads me to one of the other offices I couldn't access because I didn't have the key. Bell Tower Group was one of the security firms that Pritchard wanted to hire instead of Jensen. I remember that from one of the earlier dialogues. Okay. Okay, I'll save because I think I'm going to need to hack this computer. This person hasn't been so kind as to write down the wrong password right next to it. I really hope I'm not going to raise the alarm. Oh. Okay, this isn't even freaking locked, so that's even worse. Ah, so Pritchard is feeling sort of competitive. He wants to find out who is stealing the Neuropozyne before Jensen does, so that he can curry favor with Sarif, I guess. Ah, okay, so she wasn't stealing the Neuropozyne, she was placing a camera inside the freezer. On the behest of Pritchard. And that is the message from the other guy. Okay, so this is just the overtime policy here at Sarif. I'm not overly interested in that. I'm not going to steal the money. Although, to be honest, it's kind of weird how they can all see me here, because the windows are, see-through, and the blinders are up, so they can all see me rummaging through people's stuff, and nobody is even... Andrea... Yeah, so that was the office I was just in. Now, I still need to find this Denzel. Yeah, that's the woman I've talked to once before. Team Corella. Denzel Michelle, yeah, right. Global Politics Review. I think I read that, but maybe I read a different chapter. So apparently China is the first and foremost economic powerhouse now, and which I guess is, well, it's still kind of contended in the real world, I guess. I mean, in the current timeline, but I guess they are also a major player in augmentation because of the lack of regulation. Like, they don't give a damn about human rights or the environmental restrictions, so they just do whatever they can to get ahead. Okay, what about this? Oh, apparently this guy is also a freaking idiot, not even locking his own freaking computer. Automatically saved in your conversation history. Can't let SWAT into the plant. Calling Jensen. FreneticPony? What? Still on medical leave, D. So I guess FreneticPony is David Sarif? What even is this? Like, is am I to gather from that David Sarif is a Brony or something? And Lowboy. Why are they writing like they are dyslexic or something? Like, I could have forgiven them a couple of mistakes, but just look at this. Like, don't be suing us and the TM soon? Like, what is this? Sarif didn't exactly strike me as a dyslexic person. He's pretty well spoken, and his other email, the longer one, didn't have any mistakes, so I'm not sure. Heightened security measures. Okay, I already read that. But what does that give me, really? Like, I guess the only thing I have is that Pritchard has placed a camera inside the freezer, so maybe I can talk to him and make him share his findings with me, because I've explored all of the offices that I had the access to, you know, the 3 ones, so I'm not sure what else I can do, really.
I would think a man just returned from a 6-month sabbatical would have a lot of work piled up.
Shut up. Okay, maybe I can interact with some of his other computers to view the camera or something. Okay, I'm a little bit lost here. Let's... How do I... Okay, F2 is quests. No, it's quest items. But rather than the actual quests. Ebooks, emails. Okay, but how do I view my quest log? Okay. For some reason, I was pretty convinced this is the way to exit the menu, because it looks like a, you know, like an icon in Windows that lets you close the particular window, but apparently it's not the case. Meet with Sarif. Meet with Greg Thorpe. But what about... I guess it is the one with Neuropozyne isn't the actual side quest, it's just like a side activity you can do. I'm not sure what else I can do at this point, so I guess I'll just go and meet with Sarif, and maybe some other possibilities will open up later on. Now, there was an elevator, right?
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, But it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check him with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
Yeah, I still think it's mostly the police fault. Like, they should have caught him, judging from the way they were standing right next to the freaking door he went through. Okay, being bossy around your actual boss is probably not a good idea. Okay, I think I'll...
And I did. The Typhoon is safe. Sanders didn't know about it. He didn't even know his hacker was augmented. He's not the mastermind behind this, boss.
So you cut him a break? The man broke into my facility and took hostages at him. I thought you were ready for this.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, because so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Okay, again, I'm not going to antagonize him.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
Yeah, I'm not about to argue legality with him. I've already stolen people's stuff and rummaged through their personal correspondence, so...
You got it.
Okay, I've got a praxis point, but I think I'll actually save it until I get the other one. What's on the news? Already read that. That's the same day, so again, they all have the same newspaper, obviously. Does the secretary have anything to say?
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Right, like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Sarif was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time, denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us, offering to come here in person to express his deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seems grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the war amps whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words. That man is trouble.
Okay.
You better get going, Adam. I'm sure whatever David's asked you to do must be important.
That's just the bathroom. Did I accidentally... Oh, okay, it's I guess it's unisex. Because I wondered for a second if I accidentally stumbled unwittingly into a women's bathroom. So I guess... Oh. Report to your office, huh? Okay, but you know what? This episode has been long enough, though not that much has happened, but I'm just this type of a gamer that I really like to explore and look into every nook and cranny and see what the game has to offer in its entirety, so you just have to get used to that, or you can skip it. If you're not interested, I'm playing the way I want to and the way I find enjoyable. But anyway, I guess this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save, and that's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!